Do you like listening to songs?
Absolutely. I love listening to songs. Music is a huge part of my daily life, whether I'm commuting, working, or just relaxing at home. It has a unique way of lifting my mood and helping me focus, so it's something I genuinely enjoy experiencing throughout the day.
What kind of songs do you prefer?
I have quite an eclectic taste, but I'm particularly drawn to pop and indie folk music. I appreciate the catchy melodies and relatable lyrics in pop, while indie folk often offers a more acoustic and storytelling experience that I find very soothing and thought-provoking.
When do you usually listen to songs?
I typically listen to songs at various times, depending on my activity. During my morning commute, it helps me wake up, and while I'm working, instrumental music aids my concentration. In the evenings, I enjoy putting on something relaxing to wind down before bed.
Did you listen to different kinds of songs when you were a child?
Yes, definitely. When I was a child, my listening habits were quite different. I mostly listened to children's rhymes and popular Bollywood songs that my parents played. As I grew older, my tastes naturally evolved, leading me to explore a much wider range of genres than I did back then.
Do you prefer listening to songs on your phone or on the radio?
I definitely prefer listening to songs on my phone. The convenience of having my entire music library, along with various streaming apps, readily available is unbeatable. It allows me to choose exactly what I want to hear, rather than being limited to what's playing on the radio. One song that immediately comes to mind when I think about my childhood is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. It's a very simple classic nursery rhyme, but it holds a remarkably vivid place in my early memories. It wasn't a complex piece of music, but its gentle melody and straightforward lyrics made it incredibly appealing and easy to remember, even for a very young child. I primarily used to listen to this song in the evenings, specifically at bedtime, when I was around 3 to 5 years old. My mother would often sing it to me as part of our nightly routine, usually while I was tucked into bed in my small room. Sometimes we'd also listen to it on a cassette player, which was quite common back then, just before I drifted off to sleep. The soft glow of my nightlight and the quiet atmosphere of the house always accompanied the sound of that familiar tune, creating a very peaceful and comforting environment. When I was listening to Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, I wasn't doing anything particularly active. Instead, I would usually lie in bed, gazing up at the ceiling or out of the window at the night sky, if it was visible. I remember trying to imagine the little star twinkling, just as the song described. Sometimes I would quietly hum along with my mother, or simply close my eyes and let the soothing rhythm lull me into a relaxed state. It was a time for quiet reflection and winding down after a day of play, a moment of calm before sleep. This song was incredibly special to me for several reasons. Firstly, it was deeply intertwined with the comfort and security of my parents' presence. Hearing my mother sing, it was a strong reassurance that everything was safe and well. Secondly, it sparked my imagination. Even at a young age, the idea of a star twinkling in a vast, dark sky filled me with a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world beyond my bedroom. It was one of the first songs that truly captivated me and made me feel connected to something larger than myself. Even now, if I hear it, it instantly transports me back to those innocent, comforting moments of my early childhood.
How important is music in a country's culture?
Music plays an incredibly vital role in a country's culture, serving as a powerful medium for expressing national identity, history, and shared values. It acts as a collective memory, passing down traditions, folklore, and historical events through generations, much like an oral history book. Think of folk songs that narrate ancient tales or patriotic anthems that unite a nation during significant events. Beyond historical preservation, music fosters a sense of community and belonging. It's present in religious ceremonies, celebrations, festivals, and daily social gatherings, weaving people together through shared experiences. It also provides a unique artistic outlet for cultural expression, reflecting societal changes, struggles, and aspirations. Furthermore, a country's musical genres, instruments, and styles often become internationally recognized symbols, contributing significantly to its global image and soft power. Without music, a culture would lose a substantial part of its soul, its narrative, and its emotional resonance, making it an indispensable element for understanding a nation's people and their heritage.
How has technology changed the way people listen to music?
Technology has fundamentally revolutionized how people access and experience music, transforming it from a relatively exclusive or physically bound commodity into an omnipresent part of daily life. Decades ago, listening to music primarily involved physical formats like vinyl records, cassette tapes, or CDs, requiring specific players and limiting portability. The advent of digital compression, MP3s, and portable devices like iPods marked a massive shift, allowing vast libraries to be carried in one's pocket. However, the most profound change came with the internet and streaming services. Platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube have made virtually any song ever recorded instantly accessible globally, often for a subscription fee or even for free. This has democratized music consumption, broadened individual tastes, and facilitated discovery of diverse genres and artists. Additionally, technology has influenced music production, distribution, and social sharing, making it easier for independent artists to reach audiences and for listeners to curate personalized playlists and share their preferences, creating a far more interactive and individualized listening experience than ever before.
Do you think music education is important in schools?
Absolutely. I believe music education is profoundly important in schools, extending far beyond simply teaching students how to play an instrument or sing a tune. Engaging with music cultivates a wide array of cognitive and social skills that are invaluable for overall development. Studies have shown that learning music can enhance mathematical abilities, improve language acquisition, and boost memory and concentration, as it exercises multiple parts of the brain simultaneously. Beyond academics, music education fosters creativity, self-expression, and discipline, teaching students perseverance through practice. It also promotes teamwork and collaboration when participating in choirs or orchestras, instilling a sense of belonging and shared accomplishment. Furthermore, exposure to diverse musical genres and cultures through education broadens students' perspectives, fostering empathy and cultural understanding. In a world that increasingly values innovation and soft skills, depriving students of music education would be a significant disservice, limiting their holistic growth and their capacity for appreciation and expression.
What is the difference between live music performances and listening to recorded music?
There's a distinct and significant difference between experiencing live music and listening to recorded music, primarily centered on the sensory and emotional engagement. Recorded music offers unparalleled convenience, perfect sound reproduction, and the ability to listen anytime, anywhere, perfectly suited for personal enjoyment or background ambience. It allows for meticulous production, layering of tracks, and flawless execution. However, live music performances offer an intangible energy and immediacy that recordings simply cannot replicate. The raw, unfiltered sound, the collective atmosphere of the audience, the spontaneity of improvisation, and the visual spectacle of the performers create a unique, immersive experience. There's an undeniable connection formed between the artists and the audience in real time, often leading to heightened emotions and a shared, ephemeral moment that becomes a lasting memory. The imperfections, the unexpected interactions, and the sheer power of sound vibrating through a physical space contribute to a sense of authenticity and collective euphoria that recorded tracks, despite their perfection, fundamentally lack.
Do you think music can influence people's mood and behavior?
Yes, without a doubt, music possesses an extraordinary power to profoundly influence both people's mood and their behavior. It's a universal language that bypasses intellectual barriers and connects directly with our emotions. Upbeat, fast-tempo music with major keys can instantly uplift spirits, make us feel more energetic, and even encourage physical activity, like dancing or exercising more intensely. Conversely, slow, melancholic melodies in minor keys can evoke feelings of sadness, reflection, or tranquility, sometimes providing catharsis or simply calming a restless mind. Beyond individual emotions, music can influence collective behavior, uniting crowds at concerts, inspiring social movements, or setting the tone in public spaces like shops or restaurants. It can enhance focus, aid relaxation, or even be used therapeutically to manage pain or stress. The psychological impact is undeniable. Music taps into deep-seated emotional responses, making it a potent tool for shaping our internal states and influencing our external actions, whether consciously or subconsciously.